I love. Okay, Mark. I love that intro. Okay. Welcome to another weekly episode of Getting Certified, where we answer questions live from the audience or from our listeners. Questions about earning an RBLP leadership certification. Mm-hmm. We also focus in on one key topic each weekly broadcast. Today's topic is does the GI Bill reimburse for RBLP leadership certifications? Does the GI Bill pay for that, reimburse for that? That's the question we are going to get after today. So we're broadcasting live on YouTube, my favorite, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, I think, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And that's it.
And that's it. So we're broadcasting on those 4 platforms. So if you're listening in on one of those and you have a question, in the comments to this event, simply ask your question. Tell us who you are and where you're at in the world, city, state. Ask your question, and we'll get to some of those live here during the broadcast, and we'll answer all of them eventually later on today as a response to that comment, if we don't get to it live here on the show. So those will be coming in from different platforms, so you may not see other people's question if you're not on the same platform. Kind of wonky, right, Mark? There's a lot of tech stuff going. Thank you, Emilio, making all of this work. So again, if you put a note into the comments, tell us who you are, because sometimes that doesn't come through when they're aggregated. Who you are and the city, state you're coming from. If you're in Nashville, you don't need to tell us the state. We'll figure it out, right, Mark?
Figure that one out. We got it.
Okay, so today's topic is we're talking about the GI Bill, right? Veterans earn GI Bill benefits for that, from their active duty, even Guard and Reserve. I think, Mark, right? They get they have some GI Bill benefits. A lot of spouses and some kids have GI Bill benefits that were passed on.
Yes,
from an active duty or from a service member that earned those. And so does the GI Bill reimburse for RBLP leadership certifications? Well, the answer to that, obviously, or we wouldn't be doing a show around that question, right? The answer is yes.
Yeah. It'd be a very short show if we did.
Yeah, a short show, right?
We do not. Goodbye.
So the answer is yes. The GI Bill does reimburse. So let me tell you how this happens. So the GI Bill, the folks there at the Veterans Administration and at all the state approving agencies around, they're very particular about what training education programs they will fund for service members. Very particular. It's a very high bar for those that are familiar with the military COOL programs. Only about a third, maybe less, of the certifications that are funded by the military COOL programs are also funded by the GI Bill, right? The GI Bill standard to receive GI Bill funding is much higher, and for good reason. That's a much larger budget, and they're really, they're trying. It's been a program of record for decades. It's been one of the most, the best programs ever for America. Service members doing their service, then earning degrees and certifications and other types of workforce development training to help them get a job or get a better job, get promoted out there in the workforce after they leave the service. So the standard is very high. As regards, of course, the GI Bill approves colleges and universities to teach degree programs, right?
Correct.
Not all, but your regionally accredited type, nationally accredited universities, colleges can seek and receive GI Bill approval. It's quite a process to get that approval, but they can do it. Nationally recognized certification agencies like RBLP, like the Project Management Institute, like the Society for Human Resource Management, and some other nationally recognized certification programs that have proven to the Department of Veteran Affairs and the folks at the GI Bill that their certification program is based on a job task analysis completed in the workplace, that the certifications are relevant to actual roles and responsibilities that people have in the workplace. The GI Bill and the VA does approve those certification bodies like RBLP to be GI. We have a GI Bill school code, and
Right.
we GI Bill certifying officials inside of our organization. It's a rigorous process of review every couple of years, but the folks with GI Bill eligibility, no matter how they got it, we're covered under all of the relevant chapters, can get the cost of the certification exam reimbursed by the GI Bill. So GI Bill for certifications works a little bit differently, right, Mark? And we have this detailed on a page on our website.
Yes.
The name of that page, same thing. Does the GI Bill pay for RBLP leadership certifications? And we're showing that up on the screen now. So folks can get paid back for the certification exam fee. So on our website in our exam prep training marketplace, when folks go in to buy the exam prep training course and the exam voucher, so they can earn their certification at whatever level, RBLP, RBLP Coach, or RBLP Trainer, the exam portion of that certification package is reimbursable by the GI Bill. So the GI Bill will reimburse $675 for the RBLP exam. Right. The GI Bill will reimburse $1,125 for the RBLP Coach exam. Yes. And the GI Bill will reimburse $1,575 for the RBLP Trainer exam. So the exam portion of the certification package is reimbursable.
Absolutely.
Exam prep training is not reimbursable by the GI Bill and for our partners in the marketplace. However, many of our partners do offer some discounts for veterans, and that's a good thing. So if you're looking at one of our partners, simply ask them about, let them know that you're a veteran, and a discount may be available to you. And regardless of that discount, the exam portion of the package, $675, $1,125, or $1,575 is reimbursable by the GI Bill. It's a pretty simple form found right on our website, and our support team here can assist with getting that filled out and submitted. But it's quite easy. So, Mark, a question we get often is, well, how much of my GI Bill benefit?
Yep. How much am I going to use? How much is it?
Yeah, how much am I going to use? And okay, so folks that have GI Bill are familiar with the fact that it all works by days. Yes. You get, typical GI Bill benefit is 36 months of benefits, which is broken down into days. If you, they don't charge in full months, they charge in day increments. 30 days per month. Doesn't matter the actual month. This is how the benefit is set out. So, and so for certifications, this is a complicated. Well, it's not too complicated, but the formula that the GI Bill uses, as has been explained to us, and we're fairly confident that they have not made any changes to this in the last couple of years. But the way they figure this out is that there is a $2,000 maximum benefit for the certification exam, right? A $2,000 maximum benefit for the certification exam. So for the RBLP Coach certification, which is $1,125. Emilio's back there. We'll let Emilio do some math. So you take $2,000 divided by 30, and that'll give you the daily amount. And then you take 1125, you divide by that number, and that'll tell you how many days of benefit that you use. So let's say it was
it's 66.66666, repeating, of course,
per day,
dollars
right?
per day. Yep.
And so 1125 divided by 60, we'll say 67, right? Because I'll probably round up 1125 divided by 67.
16.79.
16.79. So about 17 days of GI Bill benefit is what you're going to be charged. You would need 17 days remaining to get reimbursed,
right,
for that certification. About 22 or 23 days remaining for the RBLP Trainer, and maybe 11 or 12 days for RBLP, Resilience Building Leadership Professional for frontline managers. So what we found out over the years, right, Emilio, is that so many veterans, after they've completed their degree program, if that's what they chose to do, or even if they transferred their benefits to their spouse or their children and maintained 30 days for themselves so that they can move the benefit back and forth. That's the advice that folks are typically given. You can earn any one of the RBLP leadership certifications with less than that 30 days.
Right.
What we're finding out is that lots of veterans have at least 30 days remaining of GI Bill benefit. And like we just pointed out, it's about 12 or 17 or 23 days thereabouts that you need for the 3 different levels. So, there's a lot of unused GI Bill benefit out there that folks are wishing that they could do something with, and now they can. They can use that benefit to get reimbursed for one of our certifications. Emilio, I see we've got Natasha. I see them wrong sometimes. Natasha Burnham is joining us here through one of the platforms. Again, if anyone out there has some questions on GI Bill, using their GI Bill benefit to pay for the certification exam, just put your question in the comments and we'll get to it either live or we'll get back to you later on today. So, go ahead.
We did have one question about expiring GI Bill. GI Bill does expire eventually. So if you have this much GI Bill, that's the question I get. I have this much. I'm not sure how much this much is. It's about yay big. Much GI Bill left. It's why let it expire? Why let it just float off to wherever it goes? And right now, currently, you have 15 years post separation. So the last day of your active duty is when it happens, according to the GI Bill website. So that used to be, I think, 10 years way back in the day, but now it's increased. Yep. But again, why let this much float away and just let it go away for no reason? Indeed. So that's a good thing.
Yep. And interestingly, we're seeing more and more recent college graduates, younger folks, earn the RBLP certification for frontline managers. That certification is for frontline managers or those folks that are aspiring to a frontline manager position and have the relevant work experience. So if you have earned a college degree using GI Bill, you're a young person out there in the workforce now, but because of your degree, you're hoping to move into a supervisory management position. If you have relevant workforce experience, relevant work experience, we mean you're out there, you're working for a leader, you're seeing what teamwork is all about in real time in the workplace, and you know what right looks like. You know what from that experience, you know what separates a good leader from a bad leader or from a better leader, then you're eligible to take RBLP. And if you have some of that GI Bill remaining, that will pay for your exam. And as I mentioned, most of our partners will provide some discount on the training portion of that package. to veterans. So there we have it right there on the screen. So what's that mean to us there, Emilio?
So it says if you ended your service before January 1st, 2013, your post 9/11 GI Bill 33 benefits will expire 15 years after your last separation date from active duty service. You must use all your benefits by that time where you'll lose what's left. Now, if you're like me and your service ended after January 1st, 2013, your benefits won't expire thanks to a law called the Forever GI Bill. So it depending on when you got out. So just like everything in the veterans department, it's racked and stacked on when you got out, how you did this, and everything else. So it's check the website before you go. That way you know exactly what's going on. But again, use it before you lose it.
Yeah, that's the so there's so many veterans out there with just a little bit of GI Bill benefits remaining. This is a great way to use that up. You come to our website, you purchase one of the exam prep training with exam voucher packages in our exam prep training marketplace from one of our partners, and then that receipt, which breaks down costs between the training portion and the exam portion of the fee. The exam portion of that fee is reimbursable by the GI Bill. $675, $1125, or $1575 is reimbursable for the exam. And as I mentioned, most of our partners, or many of our partners, offer some discounts,
right,
to veterans that are pursuing certification. So that'll reduce part of the overall cost. But in the end, the exam portion of that is reimbursable by the GI Bill. So out-of-pocket cost to earn one of the certifications is great, 60, 70% reduced because the exam portion is reimbursable, simple form that our support team can provide you with. It's also on the website, but we can assist you with getting that filled out and sent in. We've done it dozens and dozens of times, and it's very, very easy to do. So. Anything else coming in from, let's share that. Here we go. From Jay Garcia.
Yeah.
Mark, what does he got to say there?
For those interested in earning the certification, it is better to contact a training partner or reach out to you directly.
So is it better? So that's a good question. We get that from time to time. So either way, we're happy to answer questions here. We have a contact number on our website that you can text us at. Don't call because we screen calls because we get 1,000. We're a national company. We get 1,000. Well, not 1,000, but we get a bunch of spammy calls every day. Text the number. Let us know who you are. We'll get back in touch with you. You can also contact us at support@rblp.com. You can reach out to me or to Mark or to Emilio here at RBLP, and we'd be happy to assist. But you can also reach out directly to one of our partners if you're already working with one of them. Either will work. There's our contact page. Easy to get in touch with us. Can also send us a message on any of our social media platforms. We answer questions all the time on Facebook and LinkedIn and the other platforms. You can message us there. We keep an eye on that as well. Okay, thanks, Jay, for that question.
Yeah,
long answer there, but we're happy to help. Or you can reach out directly to. If you're not already working with a partner, feel free to come to us.
Yeah.
If you are working with a partner, they can assist. But if you're not working with one already, feel free to come to us. Can ask a question about GI Bill or anything else that you might have, and we can assist you with finding a partner that's best for you. Okay. I think that's it. Do we have anything else on GI Bill? I think we covered the gamut, right? Don't let your GI Bill go to waste. If you have a month left, if your spouse has a month left because you reassign the benefit, if your kids have a month left after finishing up college and they're out in the workplace now, and they're starting to tell you that either their boss is great or their boss isn't so great, which you're probably hearing one of those two things from your kids. I hear it from mine. If you're hearing that, encourage your kid with that fresh college degree who's looking to move up out there in the workplace to earn the RBLP certification for frontline supervisors, managers, or those aspiring to that position. You don't need to wait until you're in it. We learn a lot about leadership as followers, right, Mark?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You start learning about leadership your first couple weeks on the job after you're observing how your bosses, how your boss supervisors are doing things, right?
Yeah.
Some of the most important lessons we learn very, very early.
I was going to say, it's kind of interesting because a lot of people who are younger who've come and earned the RBLP certification, I said, I always had a feeling maybe my boss wasn't exactly on point there, but I have validation now. Yes, these things should have been getting done. You're right. So,
yep. So if you're out there getting the work done, earn a leadership certification to set yourself apart from the competition.
Yes.
Make yourself more competitive for a job if you don't have one, for a promotion if you already have one, or for better assignments and pay and bonus and opportunities. Certifications are how you prove what you know and set yourself apart. And again, RBLP leadership certifications, as we know, are the only nationally recognized leadership certifications in the marketplace. They're cool, military approved, Department of Veteran Affairs GI Bill approved, Department of Labor recognized, and unlike any of the other professional certifications in the marketplace, ours come with ACE college credit recommendations of three full semester hours for each level of certification. Earn all three certifications throughout your career and get 9 semester hours of college credit. If you've already got a degree and you don't need that credit, well, that's fine. At least you know that the certifications have been well vetted and recognized by the American Council on Education, right?
Well, to circle it back and wrap this up with GI Bill, if your kid or your child or someone is going through a degree and using GI Bill and they need an elective,
great point.
There you go.
Yep. And thousands of colleges and universities accept the ACE college credit, right? All of the big, if you're going to Southern New Hampshire University, they accept it. If you're going to Phoenix, they accept it. If you're going to AMU or APU, part of the American Public University System, they accept ACE college credit recommendations. Pretty much they all do. Even the military, community colleges, Community College of the Air Force accepts ACE college credit recommendations.
Right.
So don't let that go. Don't let your GI Bill go to waste. Is the big message today. Finally, there's something that you can do with less than a month of GI Bill. And that's an RBLP leadership certification. Okay, last comment here from Jay. This is good. Jay Garcia's telling us about there we go.
If your GI Bill benefits are running out, check if you qualify for the Rudisill, I guess that's what
Rudisill Amendment.
Amendment, which provides an additional 12 months of educational assistance. Very good.
Yep, taken from 36 up to 48 full months. 48 times 30 days is how they figure it out. But that's a lot of benefit to work with. But again, very, very few people actually use the whole thing up by the time they're done. So don't let that last few weeks. If you've got 22, 23 days or less, you can earn our highest level of certification, 12 or 13 days for the frontline manager certification. So be sure to use that. All right. I think that's it, right, Emilio? We've covered everything. You can find
have.
Yep. The link to the article that talks about this is on our will be in the comments section of this, and it's on our website. So check that out. We will be back next week. We might change times next week. We might be back at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific time. I think we might be for next week. We'll be on Tuesday for another episode of Getting Certified. We'll let you know what the topic will be in the coming days, and be sure to join us to learn more.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Y'all later.
RBLP. Learn more, lead better.